that none of them speak the same language, ostensibly, right? Except for
they speak Valorant.
yeah, they speak
exactly.
Valorant. Yeah,
Valorant really is a language.
they can do that with no comms. But you know, get with
I know.
it.
Rank players have no excuse.
Going walkabouts up through mid here, Bus. Trying to make something happen on the eco. While Team International take A main control.
Ooh, spotted out though. Casa, steady aim, eventually gets it. Good open and pick here. Back inside the smokes as well though. These players have been picked apart, picked to pieces.
There's a bait and switch setup, but it's going to get broken by the Cypher ult. There's the dash again.
I feel a bit safer too.
Lovely util combo. There's no players onto the side to receive it though. Be on the receiving end.
What the hell?
Oh my! That's Premier Babucky.
Casa just got cooked.
Still 3. Oh! What is going on?
I mean, we've got to see that replay from Primy's POV. He goes with a light speed dash into Kaza's face with a Bucky, so that's really difficult to dodge, and then gets knifed in the back on the refract.
How many shotgun abusers are there in the Q&A team?
Oh, I mean,
using Waylon.
yeah, I mean, there are a few players who are in our daily playtests who are big shotgun enjoyers.
I mean,
This is
I feel for
there are some
Kaza.
people who are this like reactivated some pretty awful memories seeing that, I think, on the dev team. We did work pretty hard on the counterplay side. That was a pretty unusual case. I mean, you know, you have to keep in mind a lot of these players are playing against Waylay really for the first time. The first time.
So what would you say the counterplay is to somebody who's trying to dash around with Buckies?
Yeah, so as you play against the agent more, you'll find that the paths that Waylay can take.
Running straight in there.
Yeah.
Don't mean to interrupt, but
No, no, please.
it just left Cole up through the devices. Privy! Oh my, he's getting away with murder here.
Phantom abuse and a 6-6 half. It looked like Thailand was going to run away from it though. Credit to Team International for getting 6 on the attack side. Sorry, June, though. Just before we interrupted, you were talking about counterplay to people who are going to try to get up in your face and use close range weaponry.
Yeah, so I think in general with the dash, it's quite loud. You'll be able to hear each dash distinctly. The audio is distinct between the dashes, and also the visuals are a little distinct between the dashes as well. So all these together give you a pretty good sense of being able to track Waylay. Additionally, in that situation, right, this player just like hadn't really like played against a Waylay engaging in this play pattern that much, but I've actually, over time, especially, there's a lot of people who are abusing this on the dev team internally, and over time, actually, you actually just kind of see them get put down now, so people kind of stop trying.
Nice. Okay.
You know.
I like that.
And is that because the pathing is very predictable? Yeah, they're straight lines. It's not like Rays where it's like so squirrely.
Gotcha.
And they also have fixed distances. So your ability to improve and track that will grow pretty quickly once you get a few games against Waylay. And also the audio is just loud. You can spatialize the character pretty well, I find. We worked quite hard on the production side to make those audio and visual things there to help you out.
Well, this was a 3v5 post plant that's very quickly gone back even.
Yeah, deep squeezed over from the door and Primmy's. Oh, he's left on an island there. Difficult spot to be left into, but I mean, it is nice to hear about, I think, the goings on and development process as well for the agents, because definitely, I think, when people see Waylay introduced in this show match setting as well, because you've got to remember, all these players are seeing Waylay for the first time. They're probably thinking, oh my, I don't want to be sat at backside bind, and there's just a shotgun in my face and things like that. But over time, you learn the counterplay elements. You're saying because of the sound cues and I know there was that one pass as well where they you guys tuned up the raise volume as well for the satchels and things. So
yeah, and also, you know, it's a live game. Like, if we get feedback that, you know, people are having trouble tracking and predicting it, we'll definitely act on that. Like, the point of this ability is not to be stealthy. This is not like a Euro situation, right?
Yeah, I figured. All right, a force buy. Dash out!
Oh my! I mean, Primmy still got the one! They're trying to take this one straight to him. 2v3 in the blink of an eye. I mean, we are channeling that SEA ranked experience here, Bucky in hand.
Both teams did pick 3 beasts.
That is true. Yep. Only one way to play that, and it's sending it.
CGRS is going to bring this back to paper rest.
It's like, guys, got something magical for you. The CGRS just setting up the team for success. It was a nice little 3-piece. 7-7. It's so even between these two teams.
And getting good value out of the force buy there. I got to imagine Team International were hoping that they would just be feasting on ecos as they dashed in. Oh, the team blind as well. I didn't even realize that Tense got a bit unfortunate with that. It was a vulnerable setup, flash setup.
Yeah, overshot that ledge too, right? If yeah, more time on the agent, a little more practice, I'm sure he would have been able to land atop that ledge and like really take advantage of it as well.
Just to go back to what you were talking about earlier, you were saying that one of the large differences between the satchel movement and the light speed movement is that you're not as swirly-whirly in the air like you are with Raze, and a bit more unpredictable. What are some other ways in which Waylay differs from Jet and Raze? Because those are definitely the two space-taking duelists that people are going to make the strongest comparisons to.
Yeah, definitely. I worked really hard to really think through what makes each of those abilities special, right? Like the Jet Dash and the Raze Satchel. But one thing I wanted to capture was sort of, I didn't want Waylay to be like quite as strong on the off as Raze, right? For example,
Gotcha.
or even as Jet, or even Raze. Yeah. I think Raze, as we've seen as time goes on, people have mastered the satchels. They've gotten a lot better on those as well. And I also want it to be like an equipped ability. It's not something you can do instantly.
It's not like the old Jet quick cast dash that
Correct. Yeah, or even satchels where you get some quite instant movement.
Of course.
Out of the satchel. So I think I wanted it to be something that was a little more premeditated than either of those abilities.
Do you see her getting used as an offer? It does seem a little difficult to disengage because you're only able to dash forwards, at least the way that you're looking. So if you did kind of proc that, you'd have to be unscoping, swapping away to an alternate direction.
16,000 DPI.
Yeah, and it's not like you would really put the refract down to go for the op line because it only lasts for 8 seconds.
Correct, yeah. And you have to put it in a safe place or they're not going to be able to just run you down. So I think in general, Waylay is a decently weaker offer than Jet or Raze. I still think it's probably fine, especially if you can like DP into a safe place and then like dash away. You know, thinking of like, I don't know if you have B-main control on Ascent and you're across the entrance hiding. You can probably have time to equip your light speed and dash away after taking a shot. And but in general, it's a lot more difficult.
With all of the odd characters, it helps if you hit your first shot as well, so that first person isn't trying to run you down immediately.
Correct. Yeah, we actually saw they're pretty utilizing the timed drop of Saturate, Waylay's grenade. It's similar to Phoenix. It has a timer when it's in the air, and when it expires, it drops straight to the ground. Tens was using this on attack to hit back dice.
Yeah.
So you can throw it
it's a nice
on a lineup, and it lands in pretty predictable positions.
Yeah. Well, seems like a nice bit of solo setup for the duelist, right?
Exactly.
You have to play off it. I mean, we literally just saw it from Primi there, so.
Yeah, exactly. And I also, you know, one thing about duelists that the design team thinks a lot about is like they're characters that put their body on the line, right? We don't want you being super nerdy with a lineup, throwing out hindered across the map for your team. We want this to be something it's affecting local space, and you're the one who's trying to capitalize off of it.
Definitely feels that with the kit. I mean, you're following up off your own ultimate, you're following up off your own saturate as well, and then you have the abilities to get in and get out.
Yeah, and not only that, right? Like, these things are sort of like tuned for Waylay in that way, but I would say that like Waylay brings something really unique to a team that Jet and Raze doesn't.
Tails missed again!
He hit it last time. He was up and over onto the top, but it's still twice being taken and dismissed back in a refract back, but you're out in the open, son. Not long for the world is Tens. Primi's been sitting on this convergent pass, doesn't need to use it though. Cast is the last one left alive.
I mean, do you, because it's a show match, do you run it down? Yeah. I mean, normally you'd see teams go for a free plant, I think, but you 4v1, just run at it. One of the things that I'm noticing, okay, so when we saw Jet kind of develop, Tens was actually one of the first players that figured out dashing into smokes for an exec was super powerful. A lot of the Korean Jets then kind of innovated by, as you dash in, flicking to one side for information on your entrance. One thing I'm noticing is that when Waylay is using Refract, I think you're missing the info during the Refract, right? You're not seeing player positions there.
No, so we hide player positions and util being used. You're really only seeing the level. That's really to help you spatialize where you are in case you forgot, right? So you're like kind of aware of your orientation when you're coming out of that teleport. And additionally, it has some gameplay texture that's pretty interesting where, you know, if you're dodging a Vice ult or a Breach ultimate, because you're sort of teleporting for more time than someone like a Chamber, you actually can dodge the ultimate like quite cleanly with that ability.
Right. Then backside.
Yep, all the way back in. That was a gate crash to get back into the back of the side here. Demos locked away here. He's getting no support, no help out, but still manages to land a kill at least before the trade comes through. And Primi, that suppressive fire.
Oh, that's huge.
The line of lead in the air. Here it is. Convergent path slowed to a crawl. And Primi, it's time to take over. Leading the charge here for Team Tai. Still a jar with a movement. Tens trying to get tricky with it, but they were still overcoming that spot there. So a 2-round lead now for Team Tai.
Another thing about Hindered that you'll experience when you're in-game is you were very, very, very slowed for the first, quarter to half of the duration of the debuff, but it does trail off pretty naturally into your normal, into your normal movement and shooting speed and everything. Really, that's trying to signal to you that, like, hey, you need to seize the opportunity here. And you can see there, Prinny was not able to hit his first or second shot.
Here we go, fast play.
Yeah.
Out to A main again.
Down, is it? And there it is. House again, spotting it out. Duemo, he's been slowed down. Oh, dangerous lesson to learn, yet still manages to find the kills.
That's huge. Tens unfortunately missing the light speed, but Denmo had it on lock already.
Almost just fighting for his life in through the back of the side, but Primi on the heels. How the hell has Duemo found that one? Still, Primi's there. Not dead yet, but he's the last one left. Refract out in the open, but you do not want to take that. Not sure where it's landed back to safety. Spike dropped down behind. Tens and John, all about the years. See what they can do side by side. Oh my goodness!
Yeah, world's first Waylay ace right there.
Well, he's 23-12, absolutely dominating, and that was off the back of a gorgeous set play from Tens and Denmo at the beginning of the round. When he completely caught Bus and Hart.
Oh, so the hit, there's just a little bubble around your heads if you're going to be hit by it as well, right?
Yeah, it'll look similar to Concuss. It's just more of like a light bubble effect to show you that it's a different debuff.
Yeah.
So of course, if that was Tens following up on his own, he wouldn't have been caught by the hinder.
Correct.
But Denmo, because he's come out of his ultimate a little too early there.
Yeah, exactly. And you can see some of the mastery here that's not quite there yet. You know, give these guys a break. It's their first game. But as time goes on, I think we'll see those plays look really cool once people figure out the set plays you can do with Waylay. And I really built Waylay with team play in mind. I wanted it to be an agent that, if you put in that little bit of extra effort in your ranked games with your duo, or just in pro play where that level of coordination is very high, Waylay really, really shines in that coordinated context.
All eyes on Primi.
Yeah, all eyes on Primi again. He's extending it deep into the sides. Okay.
Gotta like that, Casa.
Through the back. Yeah, it's just a little bit messy, but all good. That's Team Tai up to 12. Home field advantage for them, but they're really just running away with us at this point. All off the back of largely Primi. I mean, see the scoreboard. He's 24-12.
He is feasting, but the other players on Team Thailand are not doing a bad job either. Mint was at the top of the scoreboard for a hot minute. And yeah, as soon as Primi got onto the attack side, he's just found so many opportunities to be able to get in and take his fight.
Yeah, really cool to see Tens there use it in kind of like a chamber-like way where you're able to like get that pick and get out basically untradeably in those moments. So you can still be aggressive with the Refract on its own, even if you don't have the dash and the Refract together to be kind of a lock and key.
Gonna need to see Team International step it up 4 rounds in a row to take us to overtime.
Push a pass. No one going to be in the line of side angle for that one. A lot of volts and a lot of abilities where that came from. Casa, bit of spam down in through the smoke. On top of it, it's a Neurofef to point the way and pave the way, potentially. Primi's here, it's all closed in the face of a few of these players. Moving around here, light speed, up and over the top here. Tens! This is it out against the counterpart. Still needs to take a solid fight, but a Refract in time. Pulls his way back and plays Casa in. It's traded though. It leaves Tens in a 1v1 to survive in the show match. Quick reload, soundbait, and CGRS. Head swiveling, but I think he's just been spotted yet. Just a barrel. It's barely enough for Tens to get a hold onto him.
That's lovely audio bait there as well. Tens jumps down and then Silent jumps back up, making the drop noise, making the reload noise, completely baiting CGRS, thinking it was coming from a different direction. Great 2K as well from Casa.
Yeah.
Playing around the smoke. I don't know whether those were just blind spam kills or what, but found a lot of success. There's the first of 4 that Team International would need for us to extend the game further. There are so many pings on the map. Team Thailand is going for something wild.
All over the place in mid. Okay. Salvo to the first wave of it. Close it out in case somebody was hiding.
Still a trip here. Still a paranoia off the trip from Kohal. They're ready for it.
That's the question. GT is getting close to the corner. It's broken. Trying to take the swing from either side. That's going to be the refract out into the open here. Shield propped, popped up. Quick side step to saturate. Not going to be caught by that one just too quickly.
He got someone.
Oh, he did with the kill contract, but he's out into the open here and he needs Demo to bail him out. And Bus has just won the fight anyway. Demo. Oh, popped off. It's still a die, isn't it? 12-9 at this point. Body blocking the players from what he can try and get in. There's an upgrade for you, but it would have to be a 1v3. Team Thai looking like they're on the verge of potentially doing this one. All looked up onto the site. Trying to look for these openings. He's found a first kill. Popped up onto lane though. Premi! Yeah, just sidesteps it. 13-9. Here for Team Thai. They are the winners. And I believe there was someone on the line for this one. I think the losers might have to eat a bit of spicy food.
Yeah, we'll have to see this at the end. There were rumors and hints that there was going to be some kind of forfeit. But also, yeah, I heard the forfeit was eating spicy Thai food, which if Team Thailand lost, that's just, we feed them lunch, isn't it?
Yeah. That's a lot more on the line for international, for sure.
Yeah, for sure.
That's a great opener. Primi had 341 ACS on a brand new agent when he also didn't even take any tips from you, June.
No, he didn't need it, clearly. I wouldn't have offered him anything useful, I think, based on what I've seen here.
Well, what a great opening to our Masters final here. The Thai crowd seeing a Thai agent, Team Thailand winning.
I mean, listen, I don't know if that picked up over the cinematic, but they were going crazy in here.
Yeah.
They were going absolutely nuts as well.
As soon as Waylay said the first thing in the cinematic,
that was it.
They were pogging.
Yes, there was rumbles throughout the arena, all around here. So Team Thai, your victors here in the show match here. I mean, what an opening as well for Waylay. That's going to be one of the most memorable agent openings that we've had, I think, just in terms of Waylay's definitely going to be a mainstay.
I would imagine so. I feel like the fun factor is so high that people are going to be, at the very least, trying her out. And she does look viable. It's always very hard to say at the beginning.
I'm going to feed so hard on this agent when we get back. Oh.
Yeah, you know, we always try to make our characters viable. We always try to launch them in a state where we think they're going to see play. Sometimes we hit the mark, sometimes we don't, in either direction, right? Yeah. We're not releasing agents overpowered on purpose or anything like that. The intention has always been players
For sure.
feel like they have a fun new tool to play with.
Yeah, they definitely seem fun. I think you guys have knocked it out of the park with Waylay being fun to watch and play, it seems.
Thank you.
Yeah.
I'm just looking forward to seeing how good people get with the dash.
Yeah,
the fact that Lightspeed has fixed distance, but how you angle your mouse is going to then affect the distance because there's going to be some vertical component to it as well. There seems like there's a lot of precision there and a lot of outplay opportunity and skill expression that really does remind me of the Raze in particular, to be honest, more so than Jet, I think.
Yeah, I think really the possibility stage of the ability is a little closer to Raze, but I was really hoping that it had more accessibility than the Raze Satchel, right? Like with Raze Satchel, you got to spend some time in a custom, right? So
I
really get that
have
thing
not spent the
out.
time in the custom, and I'm not good with the Raze Satchel.
I didn't before I worked on this agent, but now that I have, I spent a lot of time casting Raze Satchel just to try to understand it all better. And hopefully you get some of that creativity that you have in Raze a little easier to access in this character.
Okay, I want to ask you a final question here as well, I think, before we get ready for the interview. We've got two teams playing later on, G2, T1. Is there a player on those teams that you think would be incredible with this?
I mean, Jogamo. G2 is my favorite team. I followed them since they were the guard. I'm just so excited to see them here today.
It is an awesome storyline. Sorry, yeah. Yeah, well, that is going to do it for the show match here, and what an introduction to Waylay. We're going to be sending it down to the stage for our Verizon post-match interview, and afterwards, don't go anywhere, because the grand final is going to be coming up after that.
And what a lovely way to welcome our latest agent into the agent pool. Now, to celebrate our first ever Thai agent, we decided to keep things spicy and heat it up with the spicy food interview. Now, only the losing team's IGL has to eat it. So, Tans, that would be you. Primi, if you want some, you're welcome to. Would you like some?
เอาไหมครับผม
Now,
Okay, he said no. Okay, Tans, don't be scared because we have ice cream on standby for you. So, take a bite, please.
แล้วสำหรับแฟนๆชาวไทยนะครับผมนี่คือยำมะม่วงนะครับผมบอกเลยว่าเผ็ดมากๆนะครับผม and all for the fans out there this is mango salad and it is very Tens, you are doing an amazing job. I would love to know how does it taste like อยากรู้รสชาติเป็นยังไง
I see tears. Hold on. Okay.
Fire. Oh my god, it's hot.
เผ็ดมาก
But I gotta get you talking though.
ต้องสัมภาษณ์แล้วครับ
What did you think of the new agent, Wei Lai?
The new agent, pretty good. I mean, I think I was showing people what not to do. I was doing a lot of crazy stuff. Yeah.
Who do you think will be really good on this agent?
Ooh. I mean, I'll say from like Americas, I think Zekin, Jajimo. I think Premi's gonna be good on it. So I need like duelist that's aggressive and can utilize the movement. They'll be really good with it.
Alright, and Sarah, translation please, and somebody
For
get
sure.
to try some ice cream over here.
ระหว่างที่เทนนะครับน่าจะต้องพักนิดนึงนะครับก็จะแปลเมื่อกี้นี้คิดยังไงกับเอเจนต์ประเทศไทยบ้างและคิดว่าใครเล่นเก่งที่สุดนะครับผมก็มีหลายชื่อที่ดูเปิดเหมือนกันเป็น Channel Second มีจองทิโมนะครับผมแล้วก็มีพรีมี่ของเราด้วยที่น่าจะเหมาะกับตรงนี้แล้วก็ที่สำคัญเลยก็คือว่าเป็นเอเจนต์จากประเทศไทยและบอกเลยนะครับว่าสำคัญกับวันนี้มากๆจริงๆครับผมเลยอยากจะถามพรีมี่ต่อเหมือนกันนะครับผมแต่ขออนุญาตเป็นภาษาอังกฤษก่อนนะทางที่บ้านจะได้เข้าใจด้วยนะครับผม so I would love to ask as a Thai representative here what do you think about the Thai agent คิดยังไงกับเอเจนต์ประเทศไทยบ้างครับ
ก็คิดว่าเป็นตัวละครที่เท่ดีครับแล้วก็มีสกิลที่โกงครับ
yeah he just thinks it is cool very OP skills so yeah let's see how it goes แล้วที่สำคัญเลยคิดว่าเอเจนต์ตัวเนี้ยใครเล่นเก่งที่สุด
น่าจะแอดพาร์ครับ
ใครนะครับ
แอดพาร์
ขอใหม่นะครับ
แอดพาร์นะครับ
as part นะครับผม and of course I asked a very similar to you tried it too okay I asked a very similar question to Jen who do you think is gonna be very good on this agent and yes it's but like how was it Jen now I'm interviewing you
I can't talk. Well, yeah. Good?
good
We all good? Thank you guys so much. Have fun watching the grand finals, and I'll toss it over to whoever's on the other side.
ครับผมแล้วเดี๋ยวเราไปเจอกันต่อครับ
Welcome back, everyone, to Masters Bangkok. It's our grand finals, and of course, I'm Golden Boy here with two very special guests here. You might be familiar with them. It's the global head of Valorant Esports, Leo Fadia, as well as our studio head of Valorant, Anna Donlin.
Hey,
Guys, thank you so much for joining me here today.
I have never been happier to not see a bowl of spicy food.
I like spicy food, so I kind of want to try it. So if we can get it up here eventually during the course of the day, that would be absolutely brilliant.
I think it's great that you
By the way,
that.
Anna, did I notice something there with a scent?
I don't know what you're talking about.
Why
are you always coming at me with the questions?
Oh, okay.
I don't know what you're talking about.
And I'm just here. I'm just a little guy asking questions. That's all I am.
Take a shot.
I had to try. I'm a journalist after all. Now, in any case, though, let's talk about this. Waylay looks awesome. I mean, she looks like just an absolute beast when used properly. For you, Anna, what was the plan always to? Because this is a Thai agent,
Yes.
Correct. So
yes.
it felt like divine intervention. This was like meant to happen here.
Yeah, like a lot of different things go into how we decide where an agent comes from. Some of it's play style, some of it's like, what have we done before? Where's the community really growing and thriving? This one was one where we were literally sitting and looking at the calendar for the year. We've been trying to move our calendar around a lot for a while. And just trying to figure it out. We knew what this agent was going to be all about. And it's just the synergy was 100% there. Like it was 100% there. And I don't want people to think we're going to do this every time. I think that would be really predictable.
Yeah, that's fair.
But I think when there are moments to create a moment of special is when
I mean, the reaction, how was that moment for you?
Like, I think the community is starting to understand I'm a big baby, and like I cry at everything. Makeup had to redo, touch me up because like I did. Like it's something about putting there are hundreds of rioters working on this game, you know, and they put a lot into agents, and we take a lot of feedback and we hope we get it right. But when you're sitting with the players that you make it for, and you did something to honor them, and they have the response that they did, like in the stadium, that feeling, yes, I did cry like.
And believe it or not, it was the first time we launched an agent at their
first time,
right?
Yeah, I was thinking about that because I thought we did that for Gecko, but I was wrong. Like we didn't.
Gecko was launched in Sao Paulo, lock-in, and we launched Sunset.
That was
in
the
LA.
map. We launched
That's
Sunset.
right.
That was the first time.
Wow,
So
that is really cool.
And it created a really special moment. You could like feel it. In
Yeah,
here.
you definitely can.
It was amazing.
The sound was deafening once it was revealed. Super cool. How did it feel to see the agent play out on stage for you guys? What about you, Leo?
And I actually can't wait to see because it's going to be available to play at the start of stage 1.
Okay.
So, I mean, it was
Who do you think is going to pop off with it?
I like a good duelist with flashy plays. We all love the highlights and, you know, the big moments. So, yeah, it'll be
I think she's definitely going to be one to watch.
Yeah, for sure. I mean, it seems like she has so much potential to have the flashy plays, but also can create some really fun, dynamic moments here. It's really cool to see Waylay being played out there, and I'm pumped. See we heard Tens earlier. Anyone on the America side? You know, we're a little American players in this one. Who do you think? That's
probably
what
destroyed.
That's what I was saying. I just want to see Zekin. I just want to see Zekin. I want to see Buzz on it. You know, I want to see some of the best of the best on that agent. It's going to be dope. Now, speaking of players, though, okay, something that we're doing real special here, and might as well reveal it, is our MVP bracelet. And this is just a really cool thing.
Look at that.
Place it right there. Look at that bad boy. It's super cool. You know, I've been working in esports for well over a decade now. And, you know, you get the MVP award given to you in a variety of different forms. Why did you guys aim to make it a bracelet? What was there a specific reason behind it?
Look, first of all, MVP, it's the 5th year of the sport.
Yeah.
And now that we're here, we started reflecting.
Yeah.
A lot of what we're doing is building legacies, building stories, right? And what better than celebrating not only the best teams that are raising the trophy, but celebrating the best players who rose above everyone else, and giving them something that feels special and unique. And we've been debating for a long time now, what is the right piece of memorabilia to celebrate that. We've tried a bunch of things. We did the survey with the players, and all they want.
That's it. That's all they wanted.
That's
just
right.
something flashy to show.
That's exactly right.
And what better than a bracelet? And that is quite flashy, by the way. So is this something that the fans should be expecting every every big event that we do from here on out?
That's correct. That's the plan. Yeah.
Okay.
We started with Champ Soul, then we did it at Game Changers, and now every global event from now on will have a.
And then I'm wondering, once someone gets multiple MVPs, right? How do we create like a buckle that then, you know, is like they're like Wonder Woman, but on steroids, you know?
You know, not a bad idea, but the plan is just stack them up, baby. You know?
I love it. I love
it. Like you know, a lot of the players actually look to NBA and the NFL and how some players had like a handful of rings.
Yeah, that's true. And
that's the
now
idea,
you kind of have that like vibe
with
it.
the bracelets.
Yeah, yeah. And for you guys here in Thailand and being a part of this event, how is it for you? You've gone to all of these different. We've done this a few times now, as a matter of fact. You know, what has made this event particularly special for you?
I think it's the community, honestly. Like I say it all the time, but like every country that we go to brings a different type of energy.
Yeah.
They're so very specific. They always bring something really authentic and genuine. The Thai community has just been exceptionally welcoming and warm and lovely. And I think it's brought, I don't know, the vibes are always hype, but the vibes here are like super hype in the stadium. Just even outside the stadium, just meeting people, it's just been, I don't know, it's been an incredible energy. And this isn't a region that we always hoped that we would pop off in this region.
Yeah.
But we did right out of the gate. Like this was this was an area that took to Valorant really, really quickly. So it's just been really special to bring a big event here. Honestly.
And the food is so
Oh, and the food
Always,
is
man.
very
in
good.
love.
Oh yeah, no, I mean I've been eating my body weight in pad thai and Thai tea. You know what I'm saying? It's delicious. It's
No
delicious.
insects though. I know.
No, I can't do that. Had it one time back in the day, never again.
I can't do the bugs.
Yeah, I can't do the bugs, but I respect it. I respect it.
I do. I respect all of you.
Well, if we got a little bit of extra time here, I do want to ask just about the year as a whole. How obviously we've had a bit of a crazy year with LA and all that stuff and the fires, but just getting the league off the ground across all the different regions. Leo, how has it been for you this year? Because it really feels like this season we're coming into more of a form with our players and our teams and our fans and where we're going. It really is impressive.
And it is. Look, it's a special year for us, and I'll let Anna speak to that. But the whole theme of the year is we've been iterating and we've been trying different things. I feel like, to your point, this year feels like we're finally getting to a place where we feel good about a number of things, right? We extended the calendar, champs now in October. We no longer have 5 months.
Thank you for that. Of course. I believe we spoke directly about that a few times.
I got you.
Yeah.
We made changes to the format, so now the groups are easier to understand. We made changes to championship points, so now more teams are rewarded for doing good at Masters. All the top 4 teams are going to be awarded championship points. We're also doing a bunch of new things, innovating on the esports hub being client and the broadcast and our website that definitely deserves some love.
Oh yeah.
So, you know, it's just the overall evolution of the DCT that we're feeling.
It's a really awesome thing for sure. Well, guys, real quick before we go, who's going to win the grand finals?
Are you allowed to say?
Look, I would say.
Okay.
A better story,
But
that
T1's good story too, though. But look, I got to be honest. I was not a believer in T1.
Now you are.
But they have screwed me wrong
Become a
time
T1
and time
stand
again.
for sure.
All right, well, you heard it from Leo, you heard it from Anna. There you have it, folks. But let's go ahead and hear from one possible MVP contender. And I thank you so much for both of your time, as always. Let's do it in another country next time, all right? Now, of course, we spoke to One Leaf about making the grand finals in this Omen.